Hi everyone, welcome back to the Myth Heist. Wow, we're doing the heist, you guys.
Yeah.
Before we
doing the heist part of it.
but yeah, before we're doing the actual, we're doing the heist myth.
I have nothing to say.
Wow, that's great. You know who else has nothing to say is Noah. But anyone else have anything to say? Sweet, awesome. Sorry, you can say something if you want, Glitch. It's fine.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
I know it's in the first minute. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Now
Oh,
edit
shit.
that.
Fuck. There's gonna be like a minute of like technical difficulties screen, and then it'll jump back into that. Yeah. Anyway, we'll jump into it. That's what we'll do. So last time on Myth Heist. By the way, hi everyone. Welcome to the game. So last time on Myth Heist, here's what happened. Here's what happened, you guys. You decided that you wanted to do the. Well, you didn't really decide for yourself. It was decided for you that you wanted to do the heist today, and so you all prepared in your own individual ways, which was mostly just everyone else walking up to the building except for Klein, who decided to make the world's biggest Molotov. And then he also, then he also came up to the doors, and like as everyone was like as the main dude, as Krem was leaving the bank to go and rescue his family from the rumored assassin that was about to shoot his children.
It's not a rumor.
You guys decided that, no, we want that to not happen, so he's going to stay here. And so you trapped him and the rest of the angry mob inside, like, the courtyard where the bank rests. And that just, you know, like, made everyone go crazy, and then everyone tried to break into the bank, basically, which they did, kind of, and you guys were kind of like at the helm of that, and when you entered the bank, you saw Jorith Califra was basically inside the building, and then when he heard that everyone was overwhelming the guards, a select few of them tried to take him further into the bank so that he would be safe, presumably by locking himself into a vault, which he was going to do, and then he got like his group got shot and punched and various other ways of brutalized, but he kind of escaped until jumped him, and basically everyone got through the doors and then shut the doors behind you. So the angry mob is behind those doors from where you are. You guys are like inside the section that leads to the vault, but behind the doors is where the angry mob is. And they are like starting to come up on the doors. They're starting to like try and get in. You are not sure how long that will last, but everyone here, except for Jump, is now in like this stairway. You're just past the doors and the stairway goes down. This is the first time that any of you guys have seen this. It kind of goes down into basically like an opening, like the staircase gets wider as it levels out onto a platform. And there are basically just a couple of desks here that this room is kind of intended for sorting and checking, basically. Like if people have magic items that they want to put in their vaults, this is where it would be checked in. That room doesn't have any doors. It just kind of is like this platform, and then past that platform the stairs continue down, and as they continue down, it opens up into this like ringed hallway. And you all know that your associate just booked it to the right, chasing after Califra. Are you guys following? Or what you doing?
Yeah, I think I would run
Yeah.
after him with Ulfgar.
Okay. So everyone starts picking up the pace and rearing that corner. As you go, all of you see this like central podium in the middle of that hallway, with this big like ring like apparatus on it. And the walls of this hallway on both sides are just made up of like a big metal black section with a thick like ring handle on it. Very reminiscent of like your classic like bank heist vaults. And there are just numbers of them that just go down as far as the hallway does. As you crest round the corner, you quickly run up on your associate. So, Jump.
What's up?
Describe to me how you have cornered this guy.
Right now, I'm technically behind him, but I guess he turned to face me.
Yep.
So behind him is my Echo, that seems to be holding a short sword of some sort, like it appears ready to attack him at any moment, and I have my gun leveled at him, so rocking a hard place kind of situation.
Sure. Yeah, as you have like your gun pressed between his eyebrows, you see this like kind of skinny, comparatively like late 40s, mid 40s, kind of like the wrinkles appearing on the face a little bit. Half elf dude, real short light brown hair, glasses that have started to come down the nose in the chase. He's kind of pretty visibly a little bit out of breath. Doesn't appear like he gets much exercise doing what he does. Wearing these, it's almost like a nice suit, but like slightly robed in the way that fantasy works. And he's kind of just got his hands up and is just kind of breathing heavily, the sweat on the top of his forehead coming down and hitting the barrel of your gun and then starting to go around it before it drops down onto his nose. He's just kind of staring at you, arms up in the air.
Listen, I don't want to kill you. You don't want to die. But that thing on your neck seems kind of important. So, you help us. You live. You walk away.
You see him kind of like take this big like gulp, and you see the Adam's apple like physically move. His eyes are kind of darting around looking for an escape as to what's going on, and he sees your friends like crest around the corner. He's like, I should have figured this was planned. It's fine. I'll do what you want. Just promise that you're not going to hurt me. That's all I want.
I already said that.
Okay.
You seem like a reasonable guy. I don't want to kill some random civilian just 'cause.
Yeah, I totally believe you on that. So, what do you know?
Well, we know that Krem's got a vault, and we know that we want to get into that vault, and I have a pretty solid feeling, and it kind of like lifts his foot and taps the necklace, that might be a useful element to it. So you could start by explaining what exactly that's for.
Okay, all right. Roll an intimidation check for me.
Okie doke. Six.
Sweet. Yeah. He takes in what you're asking. He's like, listen, we have precautions involved for all this. I can't audibly say what any of this is or what it does because it's an enchantment. We've all voluntarily succumbed to it, so I can't physically tell you anything.
Okay. See, now we're starting to get a bit of an understanding. So if you can't say it, can you do it?
No. It's difficult to explain. No, I can't. Is that a child?
Oh.
No.
No. 9.
You kind of look like you're pretty...
Don't worry about it for now. Could you think it, maybe?
I don't feel like you're really grasping. There's no way for me to communicate.
He racks the gun.
Yes, there's no way for me to communicate it at all.
So, it is important for the vaults. And there is a thing you do with it for the vaults. But there's nothing you can do to show us why it's important for the vaults.
Yes.
Hey.
Klein suggests Pictionary.
Fuck is Pictionary?
So you are lonely too.
Yes.
So here's what we can do, right? Well, why don't we just get on our way before we get overrun by everyone else who's trying to currently break into the vault? I think that sounds like a good idea. Okay, so let's. Okay. He just kind of waits for you guys to move first.
Yeah, he like Jump like takes the gun away from his forehead, but doesn't necessarily lower it.
Mm-hmm.
Are we caught up at this point?
Yeah, you guys are witnessing all of this.
Okay, Ulfgar's gonna grab him by the neck as we carry on.
Okay. Yeah, are you letting him lead, or are you guys leading?
Wait,
I think it's gonna be one of those cases of like by the scruff of the neck, pretty much. Like we're walking, but he is still clearly ahead of us. So if anything goes wrong, it goes wrong to him first.
Right.
Exactly.
So you kind of like push him along the corridor back to that pedestal because you know what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you push him there. He's like, okay. What do you want me to do?
What's the way down?
I can't communicate that.
You don't have to. I'm sure that dial does something, so come along now.
Okay, you kind of
punch in the code. Pretend like we're not even here.
You position him in front of the dial, and he puts his hands on it and begins kind of. You see it kind of lift up slightly, and then he begins rotating it. And as he does so, he spins the dial around one way, and you watch as the ring of vaults in front of you just and begins twisting in unison with what he's doing. He spins it all the way around to a number, and you watch as the vaults stop and then settle. He kind of like tries to walk off to the side. He says, "Okay, go on."
Go on.
You have to open it.
Do I?
Yeah. Isn't that what you want to do?
Yeah, but we're in a highly secured vault. I think you should open it.
Ulfgar's gonna grab him by the scruff and push him forward to the vault.
Are you still holding him?
Yeah, I'll have him by the scruff.
Okay. Yeah, he like doesn't really have much movement, but he walks up with the little movement that he has and like kind of looks back to you all and okay, puts his hands on the like big ringed handle. And he just like slowly begins moving it around. Ulfgar, what's your passive perception?
13.
13. He's pretty sweaty right now. And he keeps spinning it until you hear this. I'm not strong, so why don't you? You can open it.
What are you nervous about, lad?
Nothing. I don't normally open the vaults. I have guards to do that for me. I'm a little noodly.
I can give you a reason to be more nervous. Open the damn vault.
Roll intimidation.
Oh yes!
Gonna
yes!
ready. I'm gonna ready lightning lure for if there's a creature in the vault when it opens.
Clever.
Oh.
24.
24. Okay. He is visibly kind of racked by this, and you see his head kind of retreat into his shoulders as he grabs the handle and begins pulling out. As he pulls it, he's going to fight you to break loose, basically. So you can roll an athletics or an acrobatics, your choice.
I'll do athletics. That's a net 20 for 25.
Okay. Yeah, he goes.
Barely.
He pulls with all of his might, and the door begins opening. And as he's doing so, he tries to book it to the right, away from the door. But you just catch him there, and you hold him there. As he opens the door, I'll say it gets like a quarter of the way open. So this would be catching jump, probably, because you're on the one side. You see this faint, like, spinning magical circle before this, like, beam of fire begins erupting from within the vault towards you. Roll Dex save.
Hey. That's an 18.
18 succeeds, my guy. So you take 5 points of fire damage as you dodge out of the way, jumping back towards the part that's closed, and that basically flamethrower just keeps burning and burning in the space that you were. But
all right, big guy, grab his leg.
Well, we don't need to do that.
I grab my gun by the barrel and I just raise it up, and if Ulfgar grabs his leg, I'm gonna fucking bash his knee backwards.
Yeah, Ulfgar will grab his leg.
Okay, roll an attack.
All right.
My legs.
That would. What does this count as? Does this count as attacking with my weapon?
This counts as a melee, so this will be Dex. Yeah, sure, it has. Yeah, why not?
If he's restrained,
24!
does it count as an auto crit?
24.
Oh,
He's not restrained though. He's grappled.
Yeah, he's grappled. 24. Okay, so roll damage.
oh dear.
I do feel like I have established this is non-lethal because I'm going for his leg.
Yeah, we're gonna do like a D6 plus your proficiency plus what?
Okay, thanks.
Whatever.
That's helpful actually. Plus my proficiency, so that's 8 damage.
8 damage, yeah. You would. This is not like a damage to just damage the whole thing. This is a specific targeted attack. You bring up the butt of the gun, and you just. And the rest of you hear this faint as the kneecap is torn from the underside, and like Akan and Klein, you swear you see a little bit of his thigh bone just perforate the skin, and like push up against the back of his trouser leg, as that quickly becomes soaked in red, and his scream echoes throughout the circular chamber, and is only drowned out by the sound of that fire that's still going.
Yeah, Jump immediately pulls gauze out of his, or like wrappings out of his bag and ties it off, and it's like, you don't get to bleed out on us either, unfortunately.
He's just
That
like
was very violent.
Yeah, you're gritting his
Why
teeth.
didn't you just like cut it off?
Because then he'd probably bleed out.
You're bad at medicine.
So then, what have we learned?
Okay, I'll do what you want.
I'm
sorry.
Attaboy, and he just kind of like light taps him on the cheek.
But what? Okay, what we're gonna do is, ow, you're gonna need to carry me because there's a lot that we need to get through, and if you leave me behind, I'm definitely gonna fucking die.
Don't tempt me. Ulfgar will pick him up and sling him over his shoulder.
Ulfgar really said, "Don't threaten me with a good time."
Well, I kind of just imagine Ulfgar just like picking him up by his head and just like
basketball style.
Khan's been standing here with his guard outfit the whole time, just watching this whole thing. Remember,
I was
I'm
gonna say,
dressed
you
in
were
a
seeing
guard
two
outfit.
people who are doing some real fucked up shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I kind of feel like I could have talked him into, but yeah, to each their own, I guess.
Yeah,
And
you,
he's gonna
you hear this.
gingerly follow everyone.
I also thought I could talk him into whatever, you know. Violence is fine.
Jet's literally standing there like, oh, that's not the way, that's not the direction legs go. All right.
Jump just kind of looks back and goes, he started it.
Klein wants to point out that that is not true. We started it with the fireballs and the rioting.
Yeah, but he tried to get the flamethrower on me, so that's kind of on him.
I fucking
No, that's
hate
on
you.
you because we started it. Because we started this whole thing. You should take responsibility for your actions.
I think Krem started it when he brought the Dominion into the city, so...
I like
See,
that.
that's a valid enough point. You still broke his leg, though.
Do you know how
He
unhappy
did
people
not have
are,
anything to
Califra?
do with the beginning of that. That was you pointing at.
If he doesn't fuck anything up, I'll fix it.
What did you
I
say?
can also fix it, but he's gonna get us out of here first.
I love Klein so much.
Can someone please close the fucking door?
Oh,
Yeah, it takes a big, like, push from you. It's a heavy vault, but it closes and then it, like, locks by itself. Sit me in front of the dial again.
Wolfgar will take him there.
Okay, this time he spins it up and he begins moving it around. And you see the vaults turn and then click into place and then turn the other way. Click into place. And it does so 5 times. And on the 5th time, as it clicks down and settles, he says, "Go ahead. And don't fucking make me do it, because I can anyway with this fucking leg. But it's not trapped."
You sure?
Jump goes to move the thing around.
If it's trapped, it's your arms next.
Yeah, I get the picture. As he spins the handle around, it and slowly opens. And what you see inside is an totally empty vault.
Just kind of looks back at him.
Klein
Well, go
doesn't
on, then.
expect it.
Alright, fucking take me in there, go.
Alright, Wolfgar, we're walking with him.
Yeah, his demeanor has totally changed after the wounding of him. Now he's, instead of like just being like frightened and kind of like appealing to your maybe sense of guilt, now he's just pissed off and is totally accepted. This is what's happening. You walk in and he beckons you forward to the back wall, and he kind of taps a couple bricks before finding one and pushing it, and the back wall just, and there's a staircase that you see that winds down in a spiral.
Hey,
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Has he been honest this whole time about him not being able to say anything? So he's only able to do it and give us instructions, but he can't tell us what's going on?
Would you like to roll a retroactive insight check?
I mean, it's kind of been... I've been observing it the whole time, so...
Then yeah, roll insight check.
Yeah. 13.
It's hard to say. You don't know the guy.
Shit.
If it's true that he can't say anything about it, then I guess he just keeps going first. Are we in agreement?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Then Wolfgar will take him and start walking down the staircase. And if you drop the attitude, then maybe I'll fix up that leg of yours earlier.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Yeah. I'm not gonna pretend like we didn't just break his leg.
12.
12. Or you are met with a fuck you.
You know I
mean-
can throw you down these stairs.
We're all gonna die anyway, probably.
That
Well, then-
dangerous, huh?
Yeah, that fucking... What the fuck do you think this is?
A staircase.
A labyrinth that you know how to navigate.
That doesn't matter at all. As you guys are walking down the staircase, you see it's not like a walled staircase. It basically is the inside ring of where those vaults stopped. There's just a massive cylindrical hole, and the stairs protrude outwards maybe like 10 to 15 feet. And in the center is just this hole to the ground.
Damn.
But the thing that you do make out, at the very bottom of that staircase, where the platform meets ground level, there is an open doorway with a warm orange glow that is kind of flickering forwards.
I'm kind of just gonna hop into the opening in the middle of the staircase. I'm just gonna like flap my way down because I can fly.
You can't fly.
That's a little freaky.
Oh, bye, Klein.
As you guys make your way down, he says to you, Ulfgar, since you are the one carrying him, we for this, we need to be very quiet. This is not something where we want to be seen here, okay? It doesn't go well normally, so whenever we're in that room, we're as still as possible, okay? And I need it
What is
from
it?
you, because if you die, I'm gonna die.
What is it that we need to be worried about?
Ooh, this doesn't sound very intimidating. Roll a persuasion check.
$24.
You, not trying to frighten him into giving you an answer, you are basically appealing to his own sense of self-preservation here. And he really, like, thinks for a solid, like, 10 seconds before you hear through gritted teeth. He doesn't want to tell you this at all. There's a creature down here. She's big and strong, and she spends all of her time foraging. We have to find something specific. I can help you locate it. But, it's probably gonna be hidden in a pile of metal. So we're gonna have to do this real quiet, okay?
Quiet in a pile of metal.
Yeah. Klein, you reach the bottom first. Is there anything that you want to do?
I am gonna peek through that door. Be like, huh?
Amazing. So,
I will
Klein.
do it. I'll do it.
Oh, you guys forgot to give me tokens, you bastards.
I did.
Ooh,
I didn't.
maybe.
That's my fault.
Maybe.
I
You
can only
poke...
blame myself.
It's fine. You poke your head through, and what you look towards is a big open... It's kind of like a cave room, but the wall, or the floor, is like this tiled... like, big tiles, like maybe like 15 feet wide tiles, square tiles. That go forward and forward and forward. Standing in the middle of the floor at various points are these giant braziers, like maybe 20, 25 feet tall, that have flames in them that are illuminating the space.
Did you mean braziers?
Bro, don't even get me started. I've said it 6 different ways in my life, and every time someone has said that it's wrong. Every time. So I'm going to stick with braziers. I'm English. I don't give a shit.
That's the
I
most
respect it.
British you've ever sounded. I'm English.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
I've been told when I get like that, I kind of get more British.
Sure.
The other thing that you see are piles and piles and piles of weapons that are like 20 feet tall in places. It's like swords and axes, and most of them are bigger than your average, like even greatsword. That's what you see. Yeah, the rest of you begin making your way down.
So, and he's going to tell the rest of the party, we need to be very quiet in here. We're looking for an object.
Gotcha.
Do you know exactly what we're looking for?
He'll kind of shake the lad on his shoulder. What are we looking for, lad?
It's a weapon. You could probably use it.
Can you be a little more specific?
With a 24 persuasion, it's a war pick.
Ooh.
Is there any special features of this war pick?
Yes. I don't know what you want me to say. I mean, we're not. This is really hard for me, okay? Like, I wasn't lying. Like, it is difficult for me to say things. You need it. You need it. You need the pick.
Can you tell us what this pick will help us with?
He kind of points forwards, and just like I'll say you can all see it. Very, very far in the distance. It's maybe like, I don't know, a couple 100 feet, probably, out in the distance, where the light just barely crests into the back wall. It's about 250 feet away. There is a door.
So this will help us get through the door.
Yes.
Is it like some kind of bastardized key?
I'm trying to help you guys. I don't know how much I can say other than that.
I'm going to cast message at him and just ask him, so what's the actual danger in the room we need to be quiet about?
Since you're actively trying to decipher this, I will allow you to roll a history or a nature check to see if you can get the vibe. I'm sure that Cryo is probably getting the vibe right now. Maybe Grace is too, maybe Glitch is too, maybe Barely is.
Let's get those nat ones out of the way, shall we?
Oh no!
You got no idea. All you hear him say back to you in your head is, I can't say. She doesn't like visitors.
Can any of us make a nature, history, whatever, to try and figure out what this is?
Yeah, if you're actively trying to discern what this thing is.
Doesn't matter which one?
No.
Cool, it's the exact same. Woo! The dice giveth right now. We like that. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20, hell yeah. Anyone else rolling?
Klein's done.
Yeah, Klein don't know shit.
What kind of roll are we doing again?
History or nature, your choice.
I'm not gonna roll.
You know, actually, No, because Klein's dumb. I double checked. Yeah.
The double check for dumb is really great.
Yeah.
No,
Look,
'cause
man,
Klein
I thought for a
dumb.
second
Roll a
that
dumb check.
nature was wisdom based and not int based. And I was like, hang on, maybe
I
No,
thought
it
nature
would
was
be.
wisdom based as well.
It
it's
should be.
int based, and I'm dumb.
So for you, Det, the size of everything in here kind of gives it away the most for you. Like the ceilings in here are probably 80 to 100 feet tall. It's difficult to tell because the light doesn't quite reach them. But they're super big. You're in a massive cave. And the size of the weapons also are kind of alarming. You can, now that you're really focusing in on it and kind of drowning out the sound of everyone else, you can hear all the way in the corner of where you imagine the corner of this cave is, this loud, like, tung, tung, clanging of a big piece of metal on another big piece of metal. You kind of begin piecing it together, what is large and probably adept at forging, and would make all of these things in its time that it's down here. You're probably in the presence of a giant.
There it is.
The exact kind you're not entirely sure of yet, but yeah.
How good is her hearing?
Well, let's just try and be as quiet as possible, okay? You watch as he kind of pushes up his glasses, and they kind of shine over anime style for a second before going back to normal, and he begins surveying the room. I'm getting a magical aura from this one first, and he points right here in that pile.
Gotcha.
That one?
Yeah.
Where are we?
You would
Which
be
entrance are we in?
right down here in this place.
Sure.
So, how do you guys want to do this?
It's real easy for me to avoid
I was gonna say-
the piles. I can fly.
Yeah.
Oh, Det would have said, by the way, that there's a giant here. To realize that's
Oh,
just
what?
player knowledge right now.
That's a good idea.
What? Like how giant? It's like he's pretty giant. I'm pointing it.
As soon as Det says that, I'm gonna look at Califra and see if there's any like flash of recognition or.
He's pretty. He knows what's in here, so he's pretty stony. You gather. There's not so much a recognition in what you're saying, more as a like dread confirmation.
Hey, cool. Don't
Okay.
giant woman.
Why not?
So
Might not end very well for us.
So we are looking for a war pick, and we have to do it without disturbing all of these things that could alert the big lady.
We can always turn back.
And
That
the
is not true.
sounds of metal were further in, right?
Yeah, they were like further to the back right corner of the room.
Right.
Grace, what's your favorite D&D monster?
My favorite D&D monster?
Yeah.
False Hydra.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Our tokens are just gonna be monsters.
Yes, they are. You're right.
I'm with it.
what? We sent you our tokens just now.
We'll get there.
I'm okay being
Right,
a false
we'll be
Hydra.
fine.
They're fucking dope.
I don't have a real Hydra, so you're going to have a regular Hydra.
That's alright.
That's what you're going to be.
They
Sorry,
tend to look like
who's Davin?
re-deads from,
I don't know a Davin. What are you talking about?
Okay, so Grace, that's you. You're the Hydra. Cryo, what's your favorite monster?
My favorite D&D monster. It's basic as hell, but it's a red dragon.
Red dragon. That is basic. Here, I'll give you ancient. Just because I like you.
Hell yeah. Dragons are cool, man.
Can we make Noah a flump?
No, Noah's gonna be a were-rat.
Why?
Don't ask questions that you don't want to know the answers to.
Chance for lycanthropy.
No, you can be what you want. You can be what you want, Glitch. Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm making you one. It's gonna be the best one ever.
Oh my god, I have 172 hit points. Okay.
Well, Cryo's got 546, so. Alright, BK, what's your favorite monster?
Give me an aboleth.
Aboleth, love it.
Ooh.
Wow, you guys are all going legendary. That's sick.
I mean, they're cool.
I mean, false hydras aren't really legendary creatures, but okay. Or maybe they are, I don't know. It's a homebrew monster, technically. But...
And there's you, Belly, your turn.
I want to be a polar bear.
Nice.
One of these
Awesome.
stickers not like the others.
This is a legendary polar bear.
Yeah.
It's like the four of us just lined up. It's a YMCA
Squat
dance.
up.
We're doing.
There's you. Noah, what do you want to
Hell
be?
yeah.
I've got your token.
I'm recording this, so I'm not even going to be able to access it.
That's why you do a pop-out window, Equa.
I don't know how to do any of that crap. You think I know what I'm doing?
It's really
Chat,
good.
just know that it's good. Like I say chat, not like our audience.
We're live.
Yeah.
So good.
It's
Alright,
very important,
boys!
Equa.
You can be this drow gunslinger for the time being.
Close enough.
Yo,
Oh, it's so good.
this is such a good party.
I like that he asked for them and then didn't do the ones who actually handed them over.
Well, I was waiting for everyone to submit a
To hand
freaking
them to
token.
him Before.
I thought I had, and I just forgot that I didn't.
Yeah, you two were fine. It's just everyone else sucks.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
We
I
just
started
use circles
drawing
with
lines,
letters.
and then I went to work and I forgot.
Art
And BK
is-
get inspiration.
Art is the
Because
last
we
thing I
did it.
ever think
You
of.
know what?
I should have
Yes,
asked
you
Oz
can.
to do it.
That's bullshit.
Ooh.
You sure can. Yep.
Wait, what?
Akan and Ulfgar both have inspiration for actually doing what I asked them to do.
I'm
Hell
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I should have asked
I'm
Oz
busy.
to do it.
I'm busy. I
feel
have a
like-
child.
Anyway, lock it the fuck in, you guys.
Good point.
So, I'm gonna say that the whole time that this conversation was happening with the whole "be quiet, find something in a needle in a haystack" thing, I've been kind of in the back, ritual casting Unseen Servant.
Oh, sick. Yeah, yeah.
Phenomenal.
So yeah, now there's this invisible dude next to me that no one can see.
Does your unseen servant have a name?
No.
They don't even have personalities. They're one of the few
I can't
familiars
say
that
this
just
thing.
is.
Klein thinks
Yeah.
you should name him McGee.
If we survive, his name will be McGee.
Good.
Let's fucking go!
That is Lith because she's ugly.
Aw.
Rude.
So she gets to be a mongrel folk.
Hey, you
She's
bitch.
not
That's
ugly.
my friend.
You called her hot like the entire round.
Because she is.
Yeah.
I'm just being mean. I'm allowed to do that. It's me. Okay, so Unseen Servant. You cast Unseen Servant, and then what are you doing with that Unseen Servant?
What the dog?
Well-
was. Sorry.
Right now, it's just there. So, hearing Califra say that the ore pick was likely in this pile, or that he was getting a feeling from it,
Hmm.
I'm just going to turn to the group and say, I have something that can go pick it up quietly, maybe, but it can't see what it's picking up. Someone needs to go there and tell it what to pick up.
Okay,
Maybe it'll
Klein.
be able to do it a bit more deftly, hopefully.
Klein really casually, still unperturbed by the giant, just is gonna take off real quietly and fly over to the edge of the brazier and just land on it.
Sweet. So, for you, since you're entering the room, roll stealth check.
Go. Ooh, hell yeah. 18 plus 3, 21.
Awesome.
Hey.
You
Nice.
guys watch as Klein just like leans forwards and silently takes off and then crouches like gargoyle style on the side of this brazier to the point where all you can see is his shadow with the wings out. Real scary shit.
Klein is horrifying. Can I see anything of note in the pile of weapons now that it's like right in front of me?
Roll a perception check.
This is where I excel. Hell yeah. It's the same number. It's 21. I rolled 17, but it's plus 4 this time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Roll a d6.
Ooh, okay. Do I roll question, do I roll my usual Star Lost D6 or do I roll my new Dice Goblin D6?
Dice
Those
Goblin.
D6 were doing pretty good recently.
All right. 1.
Oh my god. You
Should've rolled the dice goblin
motherfucker. It's hard for you to make out, but you do see handles sticking out in the pile.
Oh.
You got the right one. The end of what appears to be a large war pick.
Yo.
Never mind.
you,
Fuck
Dice
the other
Goblin.
ones.
Klein just kind of like peers at it all, leans in. He like hunches more, so his shadow gets like creepier and leans in, and then he really quickly just back to full height and does like a thumbs up back at the group, like all like yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to send my unseen servant over.
Roll a stealth
very
check for
slow.
your unseen servant. Does unseen servant make noise?
I don't.
Invisible, mindless, shapeless, medium force.
Shapeless.
Shapeless, so it doesn't make footprints and it doesn't make noise. So it
Yep.
just goes over. Yep. So you're attempting to get this to basically obey Klein's command in pulling out the pick.
Yeah, well, okay, so I'm going to cast a message at Klein. Either you hold it open and it pulls, or it holds it open and you pull, either way.
Klein is so strong. It's not true. How strong is your thing?
Not particularly, but it can carry simple things. We're going to keep this going, and you tell me what to do.
Okay. Klein is going to flap just over it, like just hover there, and I need you to pull these little things apart so Klein can grab the object.
Yeah, so I command the unseen servant to do as Klein says, the best that Klein describes it.
Okay. So the unseen servant floats over to the pile and up a little bit. This pick is embedded probably 10 feet up. So it floats up. Klein, what are you telling it to do?
I am gonna, like Excalibur, I'm gonna put my hands on the shaft of the weapon first to be ready, and I'm going to command the unseen servant to part the metal seas for me, and I'm just gonna fly, I'm gonna fly upwards slowly.
I like to imagine it's like those really little like flitters when you're trying to fly up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like little butterfly wings.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, you know, the cartoon efforts when something is small and trying to lift a heavy object.
So here's what I need you to do. Roll a general strength check to see how
Okay.
strong you're feeling.
13 plus 1?
Okay.
Hey!
And then what I want you to do, since you're trying to do this stealthily, is roll a sleight of hand check with advantage because the servant is helping you.
Okay. I have 2 d20s at my disposal. Perfect.
Let's go.
18 plus 3 again, 21. I think that's
21.
all of my 20s so far have been 21 for my result. Well, no, the strength one. The strength one was not.
This is a super hard challenge. The DC for this was 20. You wrap your hands
my +1
around
to strength.
the handle for this, and it's not. It's a really heavy war pick. Like, it's heavier than it probably should be for something of its size. You do manage to begin pulling it out, and as you're pulling it out, the handle is out, but the actual curved pick end of it is in, and there are swords and axes and various weapons that are resting on top of it, and these, like, some of them are very well refined, engraved weapons, and some of them are just very crudely made. So the shape is not entirely unanimous between all of them. You begin to pull the weapon out, and it begins to slightly move the pile, and you can feel you're on the verge of it capsizing and making a ruckus. But you are aware of it, and you catch it before it happens, and you push slowly back in and twist the pick and then pull it out, and it's like a game of Operation. You are slowly rotating the weapon to avoid all of the metal caving in on itself until you pull it free and you hold it up, and it is there. You have it.
The quietest.
Yeah, I am gonna, because the Unseen Servant's gonna have to lower all of that stuff. To make it easier, I'm gonna, my quarterstaff, my tail is gonna grab it and just slide it into where the war pick was, so that all the weapons kind of have a to lean against.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, you place like a support beam inside of the cave of metal, and you do so, and the Unseen Servant retreats, and you watch as the metal settles, and then just stays, and barely a sound is made.
And just back over the group, and it just really quietly lands, and it's like, yeah, leans really heavily in the direction the head of the war picks in, and it's like, no.
I got you, buddy.
Klein is strong.
Det's gonna grab the war pick from Klein before he tips over.
Okay.
Take it. And Klein's just like, Klein is going to feel that tomorrow.
And now
we head to the door, quietly.
I point in the direction the pile is out in the room. Is the door that way?
The door is straight ahead.
Why did Klein come back here? I'm just gonna fly back across.
Okay, so you're all heading off. I would like a group stealth check. Group stealth check. Oh boy. I would like to remind everyone.
Can we make a case to try to move when the hammer is striking the anvil?
Yes. That will depend on how well your stealth rolls are. I would like to point out that a nat 20 is going to count for 2 points, and a nat 1 is going to count for 2 points against you as well. So bear that in mind.
So how does a 19 for a 25 look for you?
It's only natural.
That's a 15 to a 24.
Okay, so 24.
I rolled a nat 20.
Nice, nat 20.
We're good. Hopefully.
13.
13 for Klein.
10.
10 for Ulfgar. Lith got a beautiful 13 as well. Wow, the synergy amongst the bards. No, wait, you got on nat 20. Who got the 13? Klein? Never mind.
Yeah.
I got 13, yeah.
So, Klein is a little bit defeated from pulling out such a heavy weapon. And Lith is kind of she's not struggling to find her footing amongst the weapons, but you have to be very careful to step over the metal. You guys make your way forward, seemingly unnoticed by this thing. And as you crest just past that boulder that's all the way up on the top of the map that you can see, first of all, Akan and Klein, You notice something as well with your passive perceptions of 17. Clutched in the hands of this skeleton that is right here. You both make out a rolled piece of parchment.
I don't have a passive perception of 17.
What's your passive perception?
I do.
12.
Oh, who's got the other 17? It's you. It's Jump. So Jump and Klein, you make that out. It's up to you if you do anything with it. The other thing, as you crest the... Where's my fog 4? As you crest the what's it, you can make out just about to your right, a decent way away, this large open forge, and standing at it with a massive hammer in hand is this very, very large orange-haired creature that instantly is recognized as a fire giant. You see, she has like a complete mohawk that's over the top of her head, and she is hammering down on this like large slab of dark metal. Kind of hits it until the embers don't strike hot anymore, and then lifts it up, inspects it, kind of like licks it along the side of the blade, and tosses it, and it into the pile next to you before she leans down and picks up another piece of metal and begins hammering away on that too.
Do we want to do something about the parchment and the skeleton hand?
Klein's gonna do something with it. You
I think it... God damn it, the two actual thieves are like, huh? Yeah, it'll probably be something to where they'll both like kind of stop, look at it, look at each other.
Mine.
Fine, I get the next one. I'll help.
No, there's no. It's not how it works. It's not.
I'm gonna help you regardless, because if you make too much noise, we die.
Okay, how about this? Yeah, I grab it,
Yeah.
and if it's interesting, I keep it, and if it's not, you can have it.
That's fine.
Fuck yeah! Flap over.
Okay, yeah. It appears to be a scroll.
Ooh. I look at it, and then I look at all the bones that are holding it.
Yeah, so now that you're up close, what you see is the parchment is like kind of open, and you can kind of make out that some of the words on it, like some of the scrollings on it, have been faded almost, but only at the very start of it. It's almost like whatever this scroll was, someone attempted to activate it, and midway through activating it, died. So it may or may not still have juice in it.
Jump kind of crouches in front of it, and he's like, I can't cast anyway, so this is all you.
Guidance on myself.
Okay, guidance does have a verbal component.
It doesn't say I can't whisper it. It doesn't.
Roll another stealth check.
Oh.
Where are we at this point?
You
Are we
guys
up?
are wherever you would want to be. I had you pinned before, right about here.
8.
Oh yeah, because we had gotten around the corner and seen the giant.
Yep.
18. You cast guidance on yourself as quietly as you can. The rest of the group kind of, you hear it and you kind of turn and you hear the giant kind of and like kind of look over her shoulder and then turn back and keep hammering away at that weapon.
I am gonna help him take it.
Okay. So you can roll sleight of hand with advantage.
Sick. I was gonna say, just like before, I pull a little candle out of my bag, and I'm gonna replace the scroll with the candle so that it just falls into holding something again.
Sweet.
Klein loves his Indiana Jones-esque replacements. Ooh. 19 plus 3. 22.
There you go.
Can I get higher? Can I get...
you do a quick swap, and the skeleton, who was holding the thing like this, you kind of, as you pull the scroll out, the hands go up, and then the hands go like this. Now hiding the face, basically. And as they fall, jump, you catch the hands and gently lower them down onto the skull, not making sound. You now have that scroll.
I was about to replace the scroll with the candle, and the hands did all that, and Klein just like, and just kind of like sticks the candle on top of the skull.
Is anyone else looking for loot here?
Not particularly.
Thing I would want to take is armor, and armor would be the noisiest thing to pick up.
Well, you can attempt to see if you can see any loot. As if you see anything interesting.
Fuck it, we ball.
Roll a perception check.
Why can't I remember what 18 plus 7? 25.
25, yeah. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
Okay. 1.
Roll again.
3.
Okay. It's very interesting that you said that. In terms of armor, you don't see any armor. But as you pick up the scroll and begin walking back to your group, you do see nestled in right here a very, very interesting looking large belt that kind of has straps up the front and back and goes over the sides. Roll a history or arcana check for me.
Neither of those are good. We'll find out. 9.
9. Looks like a shiny belt.
9.
Ah, shiny's all I need.
I can't wait for us to do all this work to get here and then completely jeopardize the mission in the last chunk for shiny things.
Yeah, as this is happening, Ulfgar, you hear from the voice behind you go, okay, so this really requires attunement, but it's designed so you can use it once before. There's a button on it. You click the button and it'll enlarge. Then put it in there. And points towards the door. And you see there's a keyhole in the door.
You're muted.
Thank you. Is this war pick currently the size of a giant, or is this the size of us?
It's a little larger than an average war pick, but it's a normal sized war pick.
Okay. Then Ulfgar will beckon to Det, since she took the war pick.
Det will hand it over.
And Ulfgar wants to find the button on this thing first.
Yeah, you do. It's right above the handle, so you could hit it with your thumb.
Okay. We're continuing on.
Yeah, you guys just
are keeping sneaking.
Slowly go forwards.
I want the thing. I want the thing.
Do any of us notice that Jump is eyeing this?
Anyone with a passive perception of above 14, you do.
My passive perception is exactly 14.
So you do.
So only Klein. Oh, and Det.
Yeah, Det notices. He's just kind of standing there looking at it, like kind of fidgeting, and you look over and you see a belt. A nice belt.
Do you want help?
Yeah. Yeah. He like goes to start going after it.
Okay, it is up high in this collection of weapons, so you will need to roll stealth check to get up there.
Not if I use the echo.
Not if
The
you use
echo
the
can
echo.
just be there.
You're right.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
What are you doing, Det?
That is gonna like very quietly just kind of do like an okay, buddy, and pat him on the shoulder and give him guidance.
Roll stealth check.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
15.
15. You give him guidance, and he summons the echo and swaps. There's a faint shifting of metal underneath the feet of you as you apparate, right? You're apparating with the thing? Or are you just putting the echo up there?
I was just going to put the echo up there
so you
and have the echo go for it.
So you put the echo up there. So guidance won't actually help because it's not him doing it. But as you mutter the few words and slap on the back, there's this faint like, "Haw." And suddenly the giant kind of stops and turns to look at all the rest of you.
Fuck.
It's going to roll a perception check to see if it sees you.
Nobody
Roll bad,
moved.
roll bad, roll bad, roll bad. Its vision is based on movement.
Gargoyle time. Gargoyle. You won't attack me if you
No.
think I'm a statue.
Its perception is pretty good.
Uh-oh.
You see it kind of like look over and then turn and begin.
Pile.
It begins walking around that rock up at the top to the point where it summits part of this pile of weapons and kind of hand on the brazier up there, looks around and begins peering, leaning forwards through that pile.
This is what I get for trying to be helpful.
Klein, where did you go? You said it's gargoyle time.
Honestly, Klein probably would have just, because there's this little like pathway back here through these pillars, right? Or is this a wall?
That's like a basically a natural opening. Here,
Klein would just get into the shadows here and hide away from everybody else, just like.
Yeah,
I'm
so
small, so I kind of just tuck in.
so you do that. You see, she kind of like looks forward and begins sniffing, and as she does, she inhales and then exhales, and as she does, this like faint cloud of dark black smoke just comes out of the sides of the mouth. She spends a good like 15 seconds looking forwards that way, and then pulling back, and then she turns to go and walk back to the forge, and then stops for a second and looks back in the direction that you are, Klein. She looks in between those two pillars and just really, like, slowly begins walking up.
I'm gonna put on my best, like, hissing, like, gargoyle face, and I'm gonna act like I'm just a statue against the wall.
You just act like you're a statue against the wall, and it just... shakes his head and goes back to the forge. You have guidance.
Hey!
It did not appear to see you guys. And now your echo is up there.
For sake, if I were... Is this close enough to the wall to where I could swap with the echo and just plant my feet on the wall instead?
No.
Okay, well, let's give her a go.
Yeah, roll sleight of hand with the echo. Straight roll.
Point
Okay.
out, actually, would technically just be Noah's, wouldn't it?
Yeah, straight roll.
Yeah.
Just from you. But
Okay,
since it's its
so-
own like entity, you don't get the guidance on it. Since it's not you who's doing it, it's your echo doing it for you. So you keep the guidance for the next check in the next minute.
16 plus 6 for a 22.
The echo reaches in and pulls the belt out, no problem. And now it's holding it there.
Like he doesn't need to, but he's still like gesturing at the echo to be like, "Come, get over."
Does the echo move through space?
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't actually mention how it moves.
I mean, yours is your shadow, so I will
Yeah.
allow it to just move through the space. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like if it's not gonna be able to walk through walls or anything, but
Yeah.
above solid objects, it's fine. It just
Okay.
kind of like crests down to you, and now you have this very nice looking belt. Super nice.
Yeah. He's just like, I have no idea what this does. We need to go. And he just kind of like latches it to his bag for now.
Yeah. So you will begin making your way to the door, unless anyone's looking for any more loot.
I'm not taking that chance again.
Nope.
Okay.
I got a pretty scroll.
You make your way
I
to
just
the
have
door.
to ask, what did Akan and Ulfgar see the whole time this was happening? Like, we would have maybe noticed the giant come up, but nothing else, or what?
You noticed the giant come up, and then you looked over to like where the sound was looking, and you see Det kind of like behind that big boulder where the polar bear is, and next to her is Jump, also looking kind of horrified as the giant like clambered over towards them. It's still maybe 60 feet away, but it was looking in that direction pretty intently.
Wolfgar
Yeah, I'm just gonna
be staring
gesture,
daggers at
like-
them.
He just holds up the belt.
Yeah.
Message, what the fuck?
Wolfgar gets a very stern face as soon as he sees this belt.
Message back. That's the last time I try to help.
I'm gonna fly to the door.
Yeah, I'm going.
So I'll keep your stealth rolls. You all hop over to the door, now unnoticed by the giant. And Ulfgar, the lock is closest to you. It's about 9 feet up, and the lock is about that wide. Like, it's pretty fucking big. Like, for comparison, your war pick maybe hits this wide, but the lock is like that wide.
So I can't reach the lock because it's 9 feet in the air.
You can reach it. Like, if you were to stand up top and push it in with your arms, you'd be able to reach it because you're a tall guy. But it's the lock is significantly bigger than the pick itself. There's also, as you look at the door, it's like a large, like, brass-looking door, and there is some kind of inscription on it. Does anyone here speak Dwarvish?
No.
Oh, I do.
You do?
Nice.
So you read on the inscription around the outside of the lock. It reads something akin to, when you don't have a key, how else do you open a lock?
Oh, clever. Very clever.
If Dad were to read that out, Jump would just go, "What's a crowbar have to do with this?"
Lock picks, jump. it's a
He pulls out his lockpicks and he's like, "I don't think it's gonna."
no,
help
like
this
a
time."
pick.
I got the joke.
Okay, shut up! Shut up!
Wolfgar puts the thing in the door and presses the button.
Okay, so you have to, like, kind of hold it backwards. So you have to hit the button first, because you'd have to hold it basically by the pick itself part, like, not the handle, to push it in. So as you, like, lift it up and you hit the button, it grows to about 9 feet tall. Like, the pick itself goes from about this wide to about this wide. You're basically, like, having the equivalent of Cloudbuster's sword right now. Like, you're doing, like, full Elden Ring style, like, massive weapon. This weapon requires a strength of 18 to wield in this form. What's your strength?
15.
So you pick it up and it's like struggling. Yeah, if you want to help, why don't we all roll a group strength check?
Oh, I'm gonna guidance him, but yeah.
This is gonna go bad.
Ulfgar, you
Yeah,
have-
his strength.
you can add.
Oh, okay. 18 for me.
Nice.
13.
11.
17.
for a total of 21.
Okay, so just pushing it.
Klein's the one who lifts it.
Yeah, just pushing it over is Klein. As Klein's like lifting it by the back end, wings flapping furiously. You guys manage to hold it just about level and it's shaking, but you push it straight in to the point where it goes in and it clicks. And you guys begin twisting. And as you twist, you hear this inside the door, this
Oh no!
of this like unlocking chain mechanism as the door begins to open. And the pick begins to revert back in form. You guys can't help but hear that the clanging has stopped. And now looking over towards you, still from a way away, is that giant staring daggers at you. And you watch as, like, the face scrunches up in anger. And that mohawk, that fiery orange mohawk, begins to actually begin smoking.
Fuck shit, move.
Knocked.
Get in the door.
She begins bounding towards you, and you all run, like, going straight through the door. You get maybe like 30 feet into this now narrow corridor before the door finishes opening and then immediately starts shutting again. And you see a large hand begin pushing its way through the door, attempting to swipe at any of you. None of you are in in like range of her hand to actually, you know, be grabbed out. But you see her like fury in her face as she retreats her arm and kind of like growls at you from behind the door as it slowly shuts in front of her face.
Wow.
Why is my shoulder wet?
Oh.
Don't look at it. Wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Absolutely disgusting.
Oh, Chryolain, after a few seconds.
So, you now all are in this hallway with the pick, the belt, the scroll. This hallway, you look forward, and Ulfgar, this hallway is reminiscent to you. The hallway splits into two paths. You see the right path goes kind of out to the right and then up and curves around. And you can see where there would be a door at the end. There is instead just a stone wall that is cracked. And beyond that, darkness. The left side spins down to the left and then down, like physically down, and it spins. It's almost as if you were to walk down it, you would be flipped upright. You can choose to go on, or you can choose to do whatever you want with these items, or whatever you want to do. I will also point out, before we go any further, there are two signs here. The one on the left reads False Serpent Room, Occupancy, : 4. The one on the right reads False Serpent Room. Yes, the left is True Serpent Room, false is right is False Serpent Room, and then Occupancy, : 4. As if you will only be able to bring 4 of you into each room.
Equal, I'm gonna ask a question right now.
Yeah.
Was I given faulty information, or
About what?
because I was told that each room could only have 3.
You were told. Remind me who you were told by that. You were told that by
Felder.
Felder. It's
Yeah.
possible that you were told wrong information, or it's possible that wrong information was given to Felder.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I can tell, and like he just kind of points over at the one that seems to go over. I'm kind of used to getting flipped upside down. That seems normal to me.
Ulfgar will like sit in front of the left passage, not entering it yet. He'll kind of just sit for a second. Well, this is the path I must take.
What's up?
Huh?
You
Was this
probably-
Was this your vision you talked about?
Yes, this is where my goddess would like me to go.
Did she give you a clue as to why? What the fuck do these rooms do, huh?
I don't think she actually ever told me why.
She didn't. You just look forward to that room. You feel a very cold breeze coming down that hallway, and you feel like it's calling to you.
That's the True Serpent room, right?
Yep, it's the True Serpent room.
Yeah.
Can I take a moment to try and re-look at this belt, by the way, now that we're not
Yeah.
in...
Yeah, and anyone else who
Stealth.
wants to look at that belt can also do so. Just roll a
Sick.
history or an arcana check.
Hey, that's a 19.
Sure.
19. Is anyone else looking
Yeah,
at this
no,
belt?
that's a 9. That's a
Take a
9.
look. History or Arcana?
Yep.
The 19.
19? Yeah, awesome. The two of you recognize the fine, giant craftsmanship on this metal and leather work belt. It kind of meets into suspenders. And, you know, both of you being fairly experienced in hearing stories of magical artifacts and such, are vaguely reminiscent of tales of belts that make the wearer stronger. Known as belts of giant strength. These come in multiple rarities, and each are kind of associated with a different kind of giant that crafted it. Belts of fire giant strength are very rare items.
Fuck.
Since you both rolled 19, I'll just tell you. It has a number of perks, but the main one is it would raise the strength of the wielder to 25.
Jump has a moment where he's like, fuck. Oh, big guy.
What is it, lad?
This should be for you.
Are you sure? You got it yourself.
Yeah, but my whole thing is being fast and quick. Your whole thing is hit it as hard as possible, and you'll be hitting stuff way harder with this.
Well, I appreciate that.
Better odds we have of surviving.
Yes. Ulfgar will kind of hesitantly take it. And then I'll attune to it and the war pick.
Okay. I'm going to allow you to attune to both over this this short rest, your short rest. So you spend some time attuning to both. You can add to your inventory. You have D&D Beyond character sheet, right?
Yep.
So you should be able to access it on my page. The weapon called Lockpick. I'll DM it. I'll put it in the group chat. And
So if we can we're gonna go ahead and short rest because I would like my health to be maxed out for whatever's about to happen.
yes, you sure can. You sure can short rest. And also add to your inventory a belt of fire giant strength.
Oh my god.
I told you,
dude,
this
he's
is
about to be.
This is a really important bank, you guys. There's a lot of good shit here.
I'm
gonna
just-
hit like a truck.
I'm just mad that I got the thing for strength and not the thing for dex. I don't think there is a thing for dex, if I'm honest.
There are
but-
gloves. You can get
yeah.
living
Oh.
gloves. But I think they just give you advantage on dex checks. I don't think they increase your dex.
I was about to say, I don't think there's like a max like this to where it's like a thing that like maxes you.
Okay, see if that works for you.
Then you need a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, there we go.
It's a cool pick.
Holy crap.
Okay.
And now you can use that thing.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Smack 'em.
Yeah.
You can use that thing and use it well.
I'll say as well, for the record, this is what you missed in that room. Cloak of Displacement and Alchemist's Fire. You also missed that. So
Fire.
didn't do too bad.
Can I check what the scroll is?
That room was too scary.
You can read it.
Yeah.
I can read it?
You sure can.
Hell yeah.
It is a scroll of Revivify.
Oh,
Oh, yo! Hell yeah. There's a chance we might not... There's a chance if we die that we can come back.
Yeah, it appears that whoever was trying to revive their friend in that room, probably from a previous heist attempt, didn't get all the way through.
Hell yeah. Will that impact the success of attempting to revivify?
It may.
Ooh, love
You
that.
know, there definitely isn't anything like that for strength. That's kind of nuts.
you mean for
Or
dex?
sorry, for dex.
For Dex, yeah.
Only tomes. That's
And
actually
hunger
kind of
items.
wild. I mean, main reason people said was because like dex is technically the way more useful skill.
Yeah.
So, as this short rest goes on, I will also say that Califra regains his hit points, although his leg is still screwed up. He, in this rest, begins saying out loud, okay, so this is... Neither of these rooms are really fun to be in. I kind of wanted to go in that one, and points to the false serpent room. So can someone else carry me down there, please?
I'll be quite frank with you. I don't think any of us are strong enough to. Except for the fucking roided out man.
Like at this point, he could just kind of like squeeze him like a squeaky toy.
At this point, he's like wrapped him around his back with the arms and the broken leg just tied together.
Sorry, lad. Sounds like you may have to go with me.
Okay. All right.
Is there anything you can tell us about these rooms?
It's real hard. I'm gonna roll something for him real quick.
The cat displacement.
Yeah, she keeps sitting in my freaking dice tray. Yeah. Who here has a passive insight of above 13?
No.
14.
So the two of you pick up that he's fidgeting with that necklace.
Got it. Two quick things. Number one, at the beginning of the short rest, I wanted to. We kind of breezed by as I was double checking. I wanted to cast Aid at 2nd level.
Okay.
And I wanted to give myself and Det and a Con the boost. So add +5 to your max HP for the next 8 hours.
Fuck yeah!
And then I would have immediately used all 3 of my sorcery points to refuel that spell slot, because then I can get them back on a short rest with my Bloodwell vial.
Sick.
Those were my 2 things. I don't care about the fact that this guy is fidgety. Klein doesn't care. Klein's just like, you seem
5
scared.
max HP? Sorry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5 more
Grazie.
max HP.
Yay. What's in the fucking box?
It's okay, so there's so the creature that's in that room, and he points towards the false serpent room, was once something and now it is not. And the reason that it is not is because something was removed from it. This is ringing a bell for you, Jump, because you were told something similar. This is what it had, and this is what will make it whole again. And it wants this more than anything. So the way to get through that room against such a dangerous animal is by using this against it. I can't go that way, clearly, so go on, take it.
Cool.
I'm not taking it.
Insight check. Is this man lying to us?
Roll an insight check.
So the true serpent room was on the left?
Yeah, true serpent's on the
False
left.
serpent. And
Dirty
Jorith can't go in the true serpent. What?
Jorith can't go in the false serpent room because he has to be carried by Ulfgar, and Ulfgar is going to the true serpent room.
But
Right.
we need Jorith's box to go
We need the box.
through the
Other
false
room.
serpent room.
So
You don't know
what's
if you
in the-
need it, but he's saying it would help.
But that's what he claims. Okay.
So whoever's going through
Okay.
the false serpent room requires that box.
Got it.
Why are
Grace's
you so
brain is catching up.
vague, Califra?
Because I can't talk about it. I tried to tell you earlier, it's an enchantment. We all succumb to it.
What kind of enchantment?
It basically just.
Or you can't talk about that either.
I can mention what it is. It just prevents me from talking about specific things, and that's about as much as I can say.
Okay. So he's not charmed, right? Just so we're clear. Like, it's not a status condition or anything that...
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be... From what you would gather, probably not. As far as some weird, like, tricksy magic from some random place.
So what's in that room? Points at the True Serpent room.
Something similar and opposite.
Something that once wasn't, but now is?
I don't really go in that room as much. Anytime I come through here, I prefer the other way. So I don't know the condition of what's in there.
What was the enchantment?
It's a kind of spell.
Helpful. Extremely helpful.
I can't say much about it.
I thought you could talk about the enchantment and just not talk about the...
I can't tell you anything other than that I can't tell you anything, and the reason why is because it was done.
What, you're gonna die? Something?
No, it physically prevents me from talking about it.
Well, that's obnoxious, isn't it? Alright. Can I open the box, Equa?
Yeah, you can open the box.
The fuck is the box?
You open the box, and there is no light in this room, in this hallway, since the door was closed from the giant room. There is no light in here, so one of you will have to create light for Det, because Det can't see.
Oh, yeah.
So whoever's got torches or whatever can do that. You look inside, you open it up, and spinning in there is a small set, about that big, of leathery black wings. It's kind of like if you were to collect it in a video game as like a collectible trophy. Like it's hard to make out where they end and where they start, especially because they're so small, but they're just in there, just kind of spinning.
Huh.
So, this enchantment, can it be dispelled?
Do we really want to waste time doing this?
We need information.
That's about as much as I can give you, I mean...
So what's at the end of these? What's after these rooms?
Other rooms.
Do they ever converge again?
They do.
I'm gonna insight him.
Yeah, roll insight.
Nat 20.
As he's saying that, you see him kind of like really willing himself to say that, and you can faintly make out like some kind of glow from the inside of his mouth, as if there is some enchantment there. He's in saying that he's pushing on the enchantment.
All right. Your life may be at risk. So any information that you can give to us is going to benefit you as well. Is there anything else, lad?
You see him like really like heavily thinking. How do I even say this? At the end, you need to think.
The end of this room or the end of all rooms?
This one.
Okay.
I can't tell you the way through, and it is hard to uncover in the head-on approach. So I think the best way is to think.
Well, friends, it sounds like we have to split. So what's the plan?
Like I said, the one you're going is kind of my purview as far as the twists and turns of all of it. So, I'm with you.
I also
Makes
feel more
three.
comfortable staying with Ulfgar, but what if the other room's more dangerous?
3 of us, 3 of them. He kind of gestures over to Det, Klein, and Lith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Now, hear
Calipher
me
doesn't
out.
count.
If
in
they
his
if they have an amulet that can essentially get them across the room, then it would be more beneficial for us to have 4. Which I guess now that I'm adding, there is 4.
I was just saying.
We have 4 of us.
I forgot he was
I think
on my
we
neck.
have. Yeah, a bit of a liability, though. Although, with that belt, I guess it's not going to be too much of a problem for you. Is he still heavy?
Yeah, I guess mechanical question, Equa. Is this going to affect me at all?
Not with a strength of 25, it isn't.
I feel great. This is no problem at all.
Getting gains.
Worst comes to worst, we can just shove them in your bag. You still have the Louis Vuitton bag, right?
Where did you get a Louis Vuitton bag? Looking you up and down.
Long story.
I have a friend.
Okay.
As long as that's cool with you guys, I think we got our
Okay,
groups.
Okay, so the groups are Akan, Ulfgar, Jump, and Califra are going into the True Serpent Room.
Yeah.
That leaves Klein, Det, and Lithrain to go to the False Serpent Room. Before you set off, is there anything else that you want to do?
Pray.
Who do you pray to?
Honestly.
Above the table.
Ulfgar is praying to Avandra.
Yeah. Okay.
Jump doesn't give 2 shit about the gods.
I will quietly play a somber tune as bards do towards the end of the rest.
Yeah, before
Can you play something a little more metal?
Something a little more metal.
With the flute?
I have a lyre. Oh my. No, I have a dulcimer. That's what it is. I have a dulcimer.
I also have a flute, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I have
yeah.
a gun.
I can scream really loud.
Let's
You
not.
make the best band in the whole city. And the city's on fire. It's perfect.
We'll name it the Steel Band.
Tchaikovsky cannons are not in.
Steel band!
That's actually really good. Yeah.
The
I like
steel
that.
band of creme.
Let's go!
Alright.
So
That's party name, cannon.
before you
We're going to be the
before you
steel
leave,
band of crime.
Lithrain kind of looks over to you, Akan, and try not to die. I wouldn't mind seeing your face again.
Likewise, maybe you can show me what it's like outside this fucking city. Assuming we get out alive.
Hey, this city's nice. Fuck you.
Not from my angle.
That just gives Lith like an okay kind of look.
I'll hold you to it, sure. Next destination can be wherever we want, I suppose.
Sounds good.
Don't
I'm gonna
die.
put the flute away.
Don't die.
Who are you saying that to?
Literally all of them.
Can
That
do.
is the goal, yeah.
If you die, make it like a big like.
Kid, you still got more bombs, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. He's just like, yeah, go get him. Go get him, champ.
Okay, so you guys, as we go forwards, which team wants to go first?
Straight
enough.
up.
Why are you volunteering us?
Because
I want to see
I
your
might
rolls.
have to leave for work.
Okay,
Oh, it's true. That's very true.
so BK, Barely, Noah, I would
Yeah.
like you to close out of the roll 20 and Devin.
Okay.
Yo.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll just close it. Close it.
When it's time
Gotta
to
commit.
bring you back, and we'll get time to bring you back probably in this
We'll
episode.
frantically wave.
Yeah, or someone will text you in the Discord.
Good
Now we'll
luck.
frantically wave.
Now's the time. Go care for your children.
Yeah.
Hopefully
The
my
one with the
Abeloth will
child is
become
already dead.
an Akan token by then.
I'm
As-
very
Got your jump token.
As for the other three,
I'm very small. I'm very scared.
you
Fine,
go
fine,
along the right door, or the right hallway, and you find the crevice in the wall, which is wide enough for you to enter through. How are you lighting the area? Because Det can't see.
Klein.
And you guys probably have torches if it's worth anything.
I keep forgetting I can't see.
Klein has candles.
Do you have light? Does anybody have light?
I don't.
Fuck.
I don't have the spell light.
Amazing. Give me a candle.
Have a candle.
Okay, so you have a candle. We'll say that gives you 20 feet.
He's like, yeah, sure.
It gives you 5 feet
cat.
of bright light and dim for 10.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's sad boy.
You
Ooh.
enter into this room.
I can see just fine though, so I'm good.
And although it is dark, you have that small bit of light. What you see it in front of you is basically kind of like a slightly marshy forest land. Your field of vision is very heavily limited, but you can underneath make out like the crusted dirt that's faintly wet sometimes, various bits of random wildlife and floral wildlife. There doesn't appear to be anything immediately moving in your vicinity. And the trees that are very tall and clustered. Around you, you do note the kind of pools of water. Some of them are just puddles. Towards your left as you walk forward, there appears to be kind of a deeper one. And yeah, this is what you enter into.
We think we use what's in the box. Any theories left?
Theories on what we're going to use it against? Is that what you were saying?
I suppose. What use do we have for wings?
I don't know.
Think we can use them to fly? We already have. I mean, I suppose you and I could use them. Klein can't fly. Klein can fly. Dear Lord, Grace can't talk.
Well, assuming they belong to something, what is a serpent but not? I think that's a question that we've got to figure out.
An eel.
Yeah, I don't know if eels have wings, but sure.
Yeah, it's a winged eel. Could that be what it is now? Because that's amazing.
Flying snake.
Sure. Well, that is a serpent. Well, sure. Yeah, that's a false serpent, I guess.
A
It's not-
wyvern.
A worm of some sort? Worm with a Y, not worm with a O.
Worm with a what? You mean like a
Oh,
dragon?
Very confused.
Yeah,
Oh.
entirely possible.
Sure, yeah, it's possible. Are you guys
do we
walking
think?
forward?
Sure.
Yeah, you
Very
know,
carefully.
I am gonna question equal
Mhm.
the on this map. I do see some webs. Is that just for flavor of the map, or is there actually webbing in a bunch of these trees?
There is webbing there. Yeah.
Oh, hate
It's a
that.
Roll
Ida.
a perception check.
Don't you fuck me now. Okay, 13 plus 4. Yeah,
Looks
plus
like
4,
webs.
17. Shit. Mm.
As you guys walk through the faint squelching of your boots in the mud, it doesn't take you long to get to the end of the room.
Okay.
You see at the end of the room, there is a large semicircle golden gate on the outside of it. Just like that. In the center, there's like this large jewel, and that center, like for reference, that jewel in the center is probably about 2/3 of your height. Well, you guys are all small. It's probably about your height. And you can see, like, on the face of it, it has 4 like indentations. There's like 4 arches, basically. Those are sunken in. And towards the front of where that gate is, there is kind of like this standing golden pedestal with 4 kind of like mechanisms on it, kind of like rolly things.
Oh.
What are you guys doing?
Do you have any idea how to open this?
Not a whit. I guess we just keep looking around.
The thing in the box won't help with this?
I'm not sure how a pair of wings could help with this.
I don't know, maybe you put them on the door and then they like, and they open the door, like they flap and then they open the door. Wings help with lots of things.
Wings do help with lots of things. You're quite correct. I'm not sure this is one of those things that it would help with.
Okay, fine.
So, if you're looking to
fly around.
So both of you can roll perception, or Det, if you'd rather, you can roll investigation.
It's a better perception. I'm wiser that I am intelligent. I say that, and then I rolled a 16.
16.
That's actually pretty good.
You do make out writing or inscription on the door. It is in Dwarvish, so you can read it.
Fuck yeah.
Let me see if I can find the thingy.
I'm bad at puzzles, and Klein as a character is not the smartest being, so this is gonna be...
Klein, what did you get?
Perception, 30-20.
Dirty 20, hell yeah.
Ah!
So, you do a quick fly around. One thing that you do note that kind of takes your attention first is this orb on the floor. It's kind of like rolled off into the side of some like underbrush. But you make it out. It is like an orb about this big. And you have dark vision, so you can make it out.
Okay. Easy to see for me.
What does the door say?
I'm finding it. Okay, so the inscription on the door. Oh no, it's not in Dwarvish. What language do you speak?
Common Druidic. Wait, I forgot that's a language. Dwarvish, Elvish, and Kori.
You do not speak this language.
That is really, really unfortunate.
Is it in Elvish or Infernal?
It is not.
Well, shit. There's a third person here with us. Does she
Hey,
speak?
can Lith read it?
Lith. Where the fuck are Lith's languages? Why can't I
Do you
find
have an
languages?
actual character sheet for Lith?
I do, yeah.
Hey!
Proficiency, armor, weapon,
man.
weapon, 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 weapon. No languages.
Hmm.
How the fuck does that work?
Doesn't even speak common, means you never chose them.
Let's do... I'll roll for it. How about if I get... How many languages are there in D&D? 20?
17, canonically.
17, sweet. So if I get
No,
a...
16, sorry.
So if I get a 15 or above, that counts as Draconic. Didn't get it. You do, though, being well-versed in a traveling bard, you do recognize the inscription to be Draconic. It's not... It's a pretty common language when you think about it. Like, people write that shit all the time. The other thing that you see, Klein, as you go towards that orb, you don't see it, you hear it. Movement up above in the ceiling. Det.
Yeah.
As you are standing in front of this door, kind of eyeing it about, you also hear movement around the outside of you. It's maybe like 60 feet away. You hear like these claw marks, these large claw marks that seem to scrape down the side of the stone, and the brush moving to part as this, whatever this thing is, moves forward through it. You hear this faint like and the instant smell of this acrid breath overtakes your space as your candle is extinguished.
Hey, Equa?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You hear a voice call out from a large creature. It says, "I haven't seen light in some time. I don't intend to break the streak."
Most beings would begin a conversation with hello. But alright then.
Hello. What are you doing here?
Passing through.
You feel this large body like half slither around you, keeping a fair distance. But with it, these faint like scratching of claws go along. Whatever this creature is, it is slithering, it is moving its body as if it were a snake, but it does appear to have some kind of appendages as well, although it's impossible for you to see. Lith has dark vision. So you hear Lith kind of, or you feel her back up into you, and you hear her say, "Ah, shit, fucking hell." Klein, you have dark vision as well?
Yes, I do.
You see this large figure, like, it appears to be a snake, and you are kind of like just on the other side of it. It's a big snake, but the head is different. The head is pointed and horned. It appears that it does have limbs. It has arms and legs, but they are kind of unused and weakened except for the fingers.
Oh no, we lost one.
That's fine.
Oops.
The fingers are strong and the claws are sharp.
Okay.
Roll a history or a nature check for me.
Okay. They're both int-based, so it's just a straight roll. It's a nat 20
Let's fucking go!
for a total of 20.
This creature has been held here for a long time. It has grown accustomed to life here.
Oh boy.
Even though this isn't its favored habitat, you kind of get the sense that this used to be forest, and it's been turned into something that slightly better fits this creature, but it isn't quite there yet. You instantly recognize the horned head sharpened teeth and dripping, like vile liquid of a large, probably adult dragon.
Yep.
The arms and legs of which are small and shriveled, and the wings are sheared off. They are completely gone from this thing.
Oh. Guten Nacht.
As you say that, you feel more than you see. The head instantly snap towards you, as it says, "Another one. I didn't realize there'd be so many."
Yeah. We are breaking into the bank.
So you say this, and you gather as well, because you rolled a nat 20, and this is the only reason that you do this. You can't make out color with dark vision, right? But you kind of gather the point of what this thing is supposed to be and what it's turned this forest habitat into. Kind of swampy. You recognize the horns to be forward facing. This habitat is more reminiscent of what should be a green dragon, but this is probably black.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You hear it say, "You're robbing my bank. A bold choice to tell me that."
No, we are robbing Krem's bank.
Krem's hoard is mine. That is why I'm here.
Oh. Okay.
Discord. Respectfully.
Yeah.
If he's shorn off your wing, I'm guessing. Just a guess. Right? Can't see a bloody thing.
You
He's keeping you. He don't seem the most voluntary.
You mention the wings, and as you do so, the thing shifts instantly, slithers up to you, and like you feel it rise above you to the point where it's looking down on you, and you can smell that acidity in its breath, like beating down on both you and Lith. You mention the wings, and it says, "What do you know of the wings?"
What do I know of the wings?
You know exactly what's been told thus far.
Yeah. Det, using the mind link with Lith, is just kind of like, not much of a talker. Give me some help here.
He's got no wings. I'm pretty sure those are his wings.
Do we give him back the wings so we can get through here, or is that gonna fuck us over?
Well, probably, yeah. We'll probably give him back the wings. I don't know how they got away with it this far, but we still need to figure out how to get through that door. And you hear it say again, "What do you know of the wings?"
I have a guess of where they might be.
Where?
In a box being carried by one of Krem's men.
Roll a deception check. You have.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Let's go, high five!
Natural 20 for a 21.
Yeah, you see it kind of shrink back a little bit. Califra. He has the wings. He always has the wings. Where is he?
Down the other route. Kind of fucked up one of his legs, so he wouldn't run away. It's a whole thing.
I see. So you come here, attempting to go through this door, without the one thing you would need for my permission.
Oh, Klein understands. Klein gets it now.
What
Mr.
other
Dragon
use
Sword.
do I have for you now?
Oh, ma'am, I guess.
Well, cry out.
Quietly, Klein like, hey, Mr. Dragon, ma'am, sir, dragon. I don't know, understand dragon gender.
Yeah. You don't know the gender of this creature.
Yeah.
So if we did know something about your wings, you'd give us passage through here?
If you give me my wings back, maybe.
Well, maybe is not a good enough answer, so...
You do not have the wings. Therefore, I see no use in you being here.
Well, I never said I didn't have them.
Yes, you did. You said it was on the...
I know.
And if you have no use in being here, I am hungry.
Lith.
Yeah. What's Lith gonna do?
Defaulting to the charisma one.
I have max charisma and have tried to talk twice.
Oh, I forgot you're a sorcerer.
Yeah. I literally have 20 charisma.
Yeah, its attention is on the people who are talking about his wings.
Klein, speak.
Excuse me. Hello, Mr. Dragon or Mrs. Dragon. I'm still trying to narrow it down.
What?
Klein knows things about your wings too.
Yeah, you see it get down from towering above Det and Lith and snake its way towards you, going through the trees. And it kind of wraps around you this time, kicking that orb a little bit closer towards you. Roll an Arcana or History check for me.
It's a straight roll again.
Ponder the orb.
16.
16. You know what this is.
Oh.
Do you speak Elvish?
I do.
So this is how you know what that is. This is a drift globe. The purpose of this is to spew light. And it only responds to activation words in Elvish.
Love drift globes.
Yeah. It kind of snakes around you to the point where it's almost coiled in this spiral circling you.
Waving up at it, like, excitedly.
Go on.
Oh, so see, Klein, so, it's a long story. Klein joined this group of people so that we could rob the bank because Krem killed this guy's wife, and this guy was like, Krem sucks. And so we were like, yeah, we think Krem sucks. So we came to, like, first there was this spiral cipher thing. It was really complicated, but then we became friends, except I don't know if I'm really friends with John. He's kind of weird. But we started a riot outside. I set parts of the city on fire so that we could get Krem stuck in this crowd of people. Oh, Krem, he's going to abandon the bank, by the way. Like, he's going to leave you here. And he's gonna leave these people called the Dominion, who are these big evil bad guys, and he's gonna leave them in charge of the bank. And he was going to take all of the stuff from his vault, and he was going to run away with it.
You see a big smile really begin to crock across the face of this dragon. He's going to leave.
Oh yeah, he was going to take all of his money and his wealth and his riches and all of the stuff from the bank, and he was going to rob all of the people of the city, and he was going to leave, and he was going to leave the Dominion in charge of the bank.
He will try. I will kill him.
Oh, well, that's good, actually. No, I'm here for that. That's good. I don't like him. But so then we broke into the bank, and then there was the guy with the box on his neck that has wings in it. And he was like, I'm enchanted. I can't tell you what these do. And we were like, that's bullshit. And then his leg got broken. I thought that was a little excessive, personally. But then he went to the other room. But then we came here with the wings. So they're over there. Det has them, actually. But so if we give them to you, can you open the door for us?
Turns back to you.
Oh, no. She just didn't say anything to you because you're very big and intimidating, and you blew out a candle, so she can't see, so she's really scared.
Instantly leaves you and, like, moves over to Det. And begins sniffing you up and down very intently. You feel his, like, impressive breath no more than 2 feet away from you.
It's okay, Dad. He's a gentleman. Just give him his wings.
You do have the wings. You do. Give them to me.
You have to not kill us.
You lied.
In my defense, I wasn't 100% sure whether or not you were just going to kill us on sight or not.
I could kill you now and take them for myself. You don't stand a chance against me.
Yeah, but
No,
then you
no,
wouldn't get
no.
to kill Krem.
Krem
when he
will
tries to
come
come down here.
regardless. He's coming for his vault. I will stop him. It will be mine.
No, Krem has like a back door. Krem is going to just take the vault and all its contents, and he won't have to come through this way.
Roll. Ooh, you don't know that. You don't know if that's true or not. Roll a deception check.
Is that true? I bullshit that.
You don't know.
Yeah, I'll roll a deception check.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
27.
27. Yeah, you hear him kind of like shift back to you. A back door.
Mm-hmm.
You know where this is.
No, that's why we're coming through the front door. If we knew where the back door was, we probably wouldn't have done all this.
Not for lack of trying. He pulled apart an ant.
Oh yeah, he's kind of sick.
What does this mean?
That's very
Pulled
fair.
apart
How
an ant.
how long has it been since you have been outside?
You are ants to me. Something else is ant to him.
Right, so there are ants like the actual insect, and they're very, very small. So small.
I
I'm
do
even
not
sure you'd be
care.
able to see-
You will
Alright,
find this back door and clog it, so he may not enter.
cool. We can try.
Then I
We
will
don't know
let
where
you
it
through.
is.
Do you want
Cool.
us to like open the way back so that you can like leave and go kill Krem?
I cannot leave, but I don't want to leave. I have my horde here.
Ah.
I raise you. You could bring your horde with you, and or you go kill Krem and you come
No.
back.
My horde, including Krem's assets, Califra's assets, Fiskven's assets, is far too great to move. It stays
Right.
here with me.
In that case, we could open the way back. You could go kill Krem, and all your stuff gets to stay here.
No, Krem will come when Krem comes. I will kill
Okay.
him then.
Okay.
In the meantime,
That's fine with me.
give me the wings and clog this door.
I will happily give you the wings once you get the door open for us.
Roll a persuasion check.
1000% honest here. What the fuck is my persuasion? +1. Cool. 19.
You give me the wings, and I will show you the way to open the door.
Right, see, if I give you the wings, I'm scared you're gonna kill us right away. So, how about you show us how to open the door first, and then I'll give you the wings.
Roll another persuasion check.
Natural 20.
Yeah, he kind
Holy
of
shit!
stops and thinks.
I either roll like a god, or I roll like shit. It just happens to be that most of the time I roll like shit, it's during Star Lost.
Yes. Yes. I will show you the way to the code. And then you will give me the wings. Then you clog this back door and I kill Krem. I use his bones as toothpicks.
Is he big enough for you to do that?
No. But I look forward to trying. You can breathe underwater, yes.
Klein can hold his breath for a prolonged period of time.
How long?
I think I can turn into something that might let me do that.
3 minutes?
Don't hold me to that.
3 minutes. Then you come. Follow.
Oh.
And he just slithers away from Det.
Daddy, would you
towards-
rather do this or should I? Because
I
you can
think-
turn into like a fish.
Can I actually turn into a
I don't
fish?
think you can.
Druid
That's your-
question.
You've only got 2 levels of Druid. I don't think you can.
Oh, not with your level. Well, time for Klein to shine.
I can also hold my breath for 3 minutes.
Let's go. I'm
He,
gonna pick the drift globe up with my tail. That means we have a second chance if I die.
He slithers over to this pool over here.
Cool. Following sounds of voices. I'm gonna relight the candle.
Yeah, you relight the candle, and instantly he kind of and blows it out again.
I can't see!
Your hair kind of gets whipped back, and you feel this faint bit of slime just kind of hit the side of your face and begin to sizzle.
Deal with the candle for a brief bit.
Then you are useless. You stay here with my wings. You turns to Klein. You can see in the dark, yes, tiefling?
Yeah.
Then you follow. You do not take anything from within my cave. Except for the name.
Oh. What if there's something that's like really cool?
Klein.
I eat you. And I try again
okay.
with her.
Klein, listen to the dragon, please.
Okay,
Do you have a name? Can we call you something other than just the dragon? Do you have a name?
I cannot say it, but they will know.
Oh, I get it. He said I see the names. The name is for the... Oh, it's your name for the door.
Wow, that really sucks.
They took your wings and your name, and you're still, like, cool living here?
I have a
expected you to-
hoard.
I was gonna say
large
treasure.
hoard. Follow now. And he just slithers into the pool.
Oh, please don't die.
Alright, Klein has all sorts of reservations about this, but Klein also thinks dragons are neat, and then just boom, in the water.
Yeah,
Lith, I think we've just killed a child.
I really want to figure out how the hell we get through that door.
Do we look at the door while he's down there?
I can't speak Draconic. Fuck.
Neither can I, but maybe we could put together a pattern. We solved the cipher.
Shall we become linguists in the 3 minutes Klein is gone?
Fuck, I've got nothing to do.
Even if you don't speak the language, then you can still piece together things. That's how the Rosetta Stone worked for a really long time.
I don't have a Draconic to fucking common scribe.
Neither do I, but we can fucking try.
Do you know any Draconic at all?
No!
Then what the fuck is the point?
I like how your argument is the Rosetta Stone, something that took us
And
30 fucking years to use.
It was a vague example, leave me alone. It's the closest thing I have right now.
Yeah, you guys are fucking screwed. So, he takes under the water, and Klein, you see him go down and then follow through to an underwater cave.
Okay.
You follow, and it arcs up and out into an air pocket, and there is a new cave here. It's maybe 30 feet wide. And you see, like, a shit ton of loot here. Just, like, eyeballing it, at least 10,000 gold down here. Roll a perception check for me.
19.
19. Yeah, so you see a number of things in that pile, including a small vial, about that big. You can't make out the color of what it is inside the... like what liquid it is inside there. And another vial about that big. That's the one. You see little bits of jewelry. There's like this like tiara-looking thing. There's a pair of goggles. But the thing that really piques your interest is a carpet that is lying on top of the pile of gold. The dragon...
If you get your ass killed for a magic carpet, I swear to God.
Man, I've gotten my ass killed for less.
The dragon coils up over and on top of that pile of gold, kind of like instinctively and protectively guarding it, and then looks towards the wall and he says, "Here, that is the name." And you look over, and scratched into the wall, O-B-O-R.
Obor?
Yes,
Your name is Obor?
it is a name given to me.
Huh.
The other one has the other half.
The other one, like there's another cave with another half. Oh, the other floor has, the other room has the other half.
Yes, you know the name. Now we go and retrieve my wings.
Can I ask you a quick question?
What?
So, like, you have all of this stuff, right? This is yours, and then Krem's got his, and the other two people have theirs, and that's all you like part of your hoard, right?
Krem thinks it is his. It is not. It is mine.
Okay. So Klein has this sort of thing, right? Actually, can I be very real with you for a minute, Mr. Dragon?
Hurry up.
Do you promise to just not...
I want my wings.
I understand that, and I'm happy to help you. You have to promise this doesn't leave this cave.
Promises are hard to come by. What's in it for me?
You get the greatest treasure of all. Knowledge that no one else knows.
Roll a persuasion check.
I mean, guidance yourself, guidance yourself, guidance yourself.
You know, that's a good point. I think he might be offended if I guidanced myself for that. I also didn't roll that bad. 24.
Yeah, he kind of thinks for a moment. You mistake me for a lesser color, but I will listen.
All right. Well, in that case, it's quite a pleasure to properly meet you. Hello.
What is this trickery?
Oh, this is my actual accent.
Why?
Because I, thought that you told me your first half of your name. I'd be direct with you. I think that's only like fair. I'm entering your personal abode and all that.
You see him kind of like start to get a little agitated. How is this useful?
Okay, well, so you see, you have all of this, right? But all the people up there, they're going to insist upon it that it's theirs. And you're going to kill Krem, obviously. But the issue is that there's also the Dominion up there, and the Dominion have like whole armies and like legions of people. And if they find out that there's a dragon down here, they'll be like, well, the stuff down here, that's ours, right? Because, they're assholes. But, so, sort of, if the people of the city are convinced to defend this place because they also hate the Dominion, because the Dominion are assholes, then you won't have to worry about the Dominion coming down here and causing you problems. And so my suggestion that I'm going to make right now is that you, and this is going to be a lot, you're going to be mad when I say it at first, I want to warn you this, you dispense with some of your hoard so that it can be distributed to the folks out there so they can fight the Dominion on your behalf. And then not only do you become more secluded, but you suddenly have a whole little legion of people making sure others don't mess with your hoard. Also, if they know of a great, kind, powerful dragon down under the bank that guards the deepest of treasures, you'll probably get dumb, silly adventurers like myself who come down here that you can kill and you keep their stuff. And B, you also might have followers who bring you gifts. After all, you are helping to deter, like, you and the city working together will help deter the Dominion, which will be beneficial to everyone.
Roll a persuasion check again.
Let's go.
What are you?
He's a liar.
I am the motherfucker with max charisma who just rolled a 27.
Yeah, he kind of thinks it over. Yes. Followers, gifts, food. I will not part with my hoard, but you will spread tales of my excellence here.
I can do that. Is there something I can use to showcase you're real? I'm just a small tiefling. People wouldn't believe me at a glance.
Something you can use.
Yeah, something that indicates your power and existence.
Yes.
Something paltry.
I know. And he begins, he dives into the pile of gold. And you see the tail, like, kind of disappear in there. That gold mountain is now open.
It, like, opens and a bunch spreads out of the cave, and you can see Klein, like, resists the urge to grab any. Like, the tail starts flicking. It's just...
Yeah, you see that he disappears
Who
for
is
about
this
30 seconds.
eloquent gentleman that just replaced Klein? I'm very confused.
And then the head comes out again, and in it is a large empty vial. Places it down on the floor in his mouth and then backs up. And then he rises up, and as he does so, you watch as the scales on the front of his neck just kind of... And the head recoils backwards, and this big bulge appears in the throat before he... And basically, like, vomit breathes this large amount of acid over this vial.
Yeah.
As it drips down the sides, the vial is undamaged, and he picks it up in his mouth and puts it in front of you. That is from me.
Ooh.
A vial of dragon's breath.
Now
You
that...
will use this as proof.
Oh, yes. I will use this as proof, yes.
Come. I must get my wings.
Oh, yes, of course. Good dad out there will absolutely give you those. I mean, if she doesn't, I guess you can eat her.
Go now.
Are you why are you a small British man?
It's Cry's favorite persona is small British man. Yeah, the head pops out of the puddle, basically. Lith kind of sees and says, "Oh, he's alive. Great."
Oh, he's not dead.
As Klein begins walking out there, suddenly this big woof, as the dragon then slides out.
This has a big glass bottle that they're putting in their bag. He's putting in his bag.
The deceiver knows the name. Go.
But run that by me again. Why is he calling you that, Klein?
Oh, because Klein is good at lying to people.
I mean, yes. But any specific reason?
Oh, so he was kind of offended earlier about us lying about the wings. So now we're deceivers.
He wasn't referring to us.
Give
Fine.
me my wings now.
Right, cool. This conversation will be tabled for 5 minutes from now once we get through this door. Then,
so
that will open the box and pull out the wings. Yeah, I guess.
As you
Do
pull
they like
out,
enlarge as she does that?
Well, as you pull out the wings, they are a magical item, and you get the sense you could use these on yourself and gain the ability to fly.
Oh, that's how the bastard is going through here.
Should you intend to give them over instead, they will probably resume to normal size.
Cool. So, Klein, why don't you start getting the door open?
Do I like just say it, or do I like how do I to the dragon?
Clear.
He kind of he's like really intently gazing at the wings, kind of like this acid dripping from his mouth as he's salivating, and kind of like not even looking at you. He says, "Punch it in."
Oh.
Is there like a keypad or something?
There's that podium with the ring things.
Oh, yeah. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, Lith like slowly begins backing up with Klein over towards the door, and you like kind of spin the knobs, and as you do so, you see a number of like letters like cycle through in those indentations on that door before the first one lands on O. Second one lands on B, and then O, and then R. And as they settle in, you see the door kind of faintly glow around the outside, and there's a like clicking sound nothing else happens. You get the sense it's ready.
Ah! Okay, you could give him his wings. That's all we can do now.
Yes, give me the wings.
Oh yeah, so we have to trust it's the other four, find out the other half of the big guy's name, and they put it in on, I presume, a podium on their side.
Oh,
and
wonderful. And we
the
just have to
door
trust
opens.
that he's not going to kill us in the meantime.
Oh no, he's good. He's good guy. You are a good guy, right? Can I call you Obo?
That is the name that was given.
Do you have a
Okay.
preferred name? Would you rather have a different name? Do you like
Yeah.
that name?
I have never had another name.
The name
can
you choose.
give you
can
a
be
different
very
name.
important, yeah. Do you want something more grandiose?
A name means nothing to me.
But it means something to those who know of you.
What do you have in mind?
Det, do you have something in mind?
I have pulled up my giant document of names. Give me a minute.
Yo. I think we should go for something that is like grandiose and regal, but also a little spooky, so that you can you strike fear into the hearts of those who would know of you, but also in a way that makes them be like, wow, this big crazy dragon. You know?
Yes, I know. What is a
Like,
name
you know-
that would inspire fear?
It's a Are you? I don't want to take this away from you, Grace. You got
Do
your
you have
list.
one? Do you have one? If you have one,
Oh no,
Mhm.
I'm teeing
Yeah.
this up to you.
You get the sense this dragon probably has not experienced life outside of this cave, so...
God, the temptation to give him a really stupid name just because he said that is very, very tempting. But no, we'll give him a good name. Hang on. You can.
Yeah,
keep
I'm
going.
like, I like this guy. This guy hadn't done anything wrong. He
guy's
lived in a cave.
I
his
want
whole
to
life.
know why you're a British man.
He got his wings clipped off. That's fine. You won't. Don't play.
No, we're not gonna give him. We're not gonna give him. We're gonna give him a better name than that. You're gonna have to cut all of this out. I'm so sorry.
What if we named him? What if we named him after like a king?
Could do that. I'm trying to see if I have any like color names that might be fitting.
Or we could just call him like the Onyx after whatever name we tell him.
Well, I have a lot of. Well, okay. We're gonna go back up to the top of this list because there's a lot of really cool time-based names, including ones that mean like immortal.
Also, shout out to you, Grace, for getting the, maybe he's a worm with a Y. What is a serpent, but not a snake? Well, what slithers on the
Yeah.
ground? A worm with a Y. It's a fucking dragon!
You fucking dragon. Be Virginia man. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to cut all of this out.
I won't. I'll
Hear
leave it
me
in.
out. I saw one immediately. That
You're
stood out to me.
a
What?
I'm assuming you're the one on my name list because I'm pretty sure I've
Yeah.
sent it to you before. You're a Nyan cat.
Hell yeah.
That's so rare.
Let's go. I was gonna say, why don't we just go for this one straight away? I like this one.
I don't know what this one is.
I highlighted it.
That's a good one. I was thinking of that one, or one that I've used in another game, which means like the immortal one,
Mm.
which I feel like he would like. Or alternatively, down here.
You know, yeah, let's go with that one. I like that one.
Yeah.
All right.
How do you like the name Ambrose?
Roll a persuasion check.
Whoa. What's my persuasion? It's a +1.
Ambrose the Black,
It's
the horrid and vivacious.
So 16.
Ambrose.
means immortal.
Ambrose. Ambrose.
There you go.
The reclaimed. As he looks towards the wings.
There you go.
Yes, you will spread this name.
Much
Give
better
me the
name than Nobor.
wings.
I'm there. I'm hoping. I can't see you. You keep blowing out my bloody candle. So
Yeah, you feel him like slither up, and it's an interesting sight for you to watch, Klein, and also Lith, as he slithers up, and his little tiny hand just goes.
Very regal.
Yeah. As he pulls the wings in, and like embraces them, there's like a faint glowing from them as they appear to grow larger. And in kind of like a magical girl transformation, they begin moving their way up to his back and growing larger and larger and refitting them, and it is a painful experience for him. It is like where these stumps have been stitched over. They are now opening and tearing that wound. Oof. The flesh is ripping. And this wasn't a surgical procedure that was done. This was a magical procedure that just cleaved them in two. And now that he has to experience all that pain again for the first time.
Ooh, that is mildly horrifying to hear, and I'm not sure it's any better to watch.
The wings outstretch wide, and they're about 20 to 25 feet on either side. This is a large creature. He regains his wing features in his stat block. The legs are still, like, weak and smaller, but the wings are now spread wide, and he says, "Yes, thank you, humanoid. You have done me a service. For this, I will not eat you."
Much appreciated.
As he just kind of turns and slithers along, and the wings unfurl and flap forwards, and he begins to fly around this small, like, real small cave.
I'm sure this would be so majestic if I could see.
It really is.
As you guys are waiting for the door, we're going to leave you there. Let's get the other ones back in.
Whoa.
Woo.
Time for us to deafen.
Yeah,
Or wait, now that we know
definitely.
the secret, do we get to keep
Can we
undeafening?
watch?
Do we know the first half?
Yeah, you can watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as you guys go down the hallway, that cold breeze hits your faces. And you walk down and you feel your perspective shift as you are physically tilting upside down as you go along. You come to the end of this corridor, and you see in front of you, not on the wall but on the floor, there is an opening about 8 feet wide that looks down onto a wooden boat that is gently resting in the middle of water, waves.
Okay.
Scar?
Do I recognize this boat?
You recognize it to be the one that you saw earlier.
Earlier in the vision?
In the
that
vision,
is?
yep.
Okay. I saw this boat in my vision.
Right.
Yeah, you mentioned. I thought that was our escape boat, though.
Possibly. I'm not sure past that. Visions are a little complicated.
Is there anything else in this room besides this?
I mean, from what you can see, you're looking down on it, and it appears that the wall that you are standing above, so you're standing in front of this like square opening, right? To the left and the right, and behind that square opening, underneath of you, that's where the walls are. So it appears that you get in the boat and you go forward, and it does open into what's probably more water.
Okay, so we have no option but to keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds like it. Okay.
Jump like lowers himself onto the boat and he's like, this feels like, I understand that it's a bank and everything. This feels excessively complicated.
Yeah, Ulfgar will get on and he'll kind of rub his hand against the woodwork.
It's dinged up, but it's functional.
Not in perfect condition, but it will certainly do.
Let's hope.
The Dominion going to handle all this? Seriously? Nonsense.
Khan jumps in as well.
Mm.
You guys hit the wood, and it pushes forwards a little bit, but after that it stops. You will have to control this boat. I'll say it's a rowboat, so one of you will have to use the oars. Actually, no, it's a little bit bigger than that, so it'll have like a small sail, basically. A small sail. Because it houses all of you. You look forward as the boat pushes forth, and you are in a massive room with stone pillars holding up the ceiling. In this room, the biting cold hits you first, as you are pushed forward into a sea of gently floating small patches of ice. The walls are stone bricked with flecks of ice up them. And the pillars also have flecks of ice. You look forward towards the end of the room, and you can see this golden arch, essentially. Let me see which one it is. It's this one. This arch has a big jewel in the center of it. Along a bigger circle, and then beyond that circle there are 5 indentations into the outer rim of this, what you assume to be the door. That's where you think you should be heading. But you look forward, and in between that and you there is like grey clouds and cracking of lightning. You will have to sail through a short, maybe no more than 100 feet storm to get there.
Right.
Aside from that, the room is pretty dark. It's just only illuminated by these flashes of light.
Califra, do you think you could row us across?
Sure. I'm not going to be much use of anything else anyway. I'm not the strongest, but I'll do my best. Hope we don't die. You sit him down and he begins rowing. She's in my damn dice tray again. He's going. It's not super fast. It's maybe like 15 feet around. But he's going.
Jump is looking through his scope, basically keeping an eye out for anything.
Yeah, as you look through your scope, you swear you do see movement behind one of the pillars, the back pillar on your left. You feel like you see something move, and you look over, and you just see something dip into the water.
Not alone, fellas.
Ulfgar's going to prepare his Shield of Faith.
Sure. Prepare your Shield of Faith.
Is the sail's already up, I'm assuming?
Mm. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not a rowboat. Fucking stupid. Yeah, he's on the sail. That's fine. So you guys are going a little bit faster, so I'll say 20 feet around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm keeping my head on a fucking swivel, pretty much.
Yeah.
There's not a lot I can do. I'm on a boat.
Ulfgar is curious about the 5 indentations in the outer rim. Is there anything else in the room that maybe hints towards those indentations at all?
Roll a perception check.
22.
22. Okay, so where that door is, that's level to the ground. So that you have to beach up onto shore to get there. It's like a stone platform that you have to do. Before then is this mass of water. Something does catch your eye down below. about 60, 80 feet below, you see what appears to be a larger shipwreck with a bunch of gold, shiny things down there. The other thing that you notice as you're looking down there is some shape. It's not dark, it's bright, just, and it lasts as it goes under you. It lasts for maybe 20 seconds. This is a long creature before you see the tail disappear.
Based on that and based on my sailing, would this have any...
You're starting to realize probably why the Tide Changer brought you here. Because this may be a familiar creature to you. Because it is a true serpent.
What does that mean?
As you guys push further and further, you are now in the storm. The rain is hitting you. It's rain, it's not snow. But it is still cold, and there is still ice around you. With the faint crashes of thunder around, just illuminating the waves that are a little choppy, the ice that's kind of coming by and scraping the side of your boat that makes you jump. As you go further forward, the boat begins to kind of stop a little bit as Califra begins to freeze and look up. You can hear him mutter under his breath, "Oh, shit." And you all turn around to see this shape rising out of the water. It is a long, thin-necked creature. And I say thin-necked, that neck is probably 10 or 15 feet wide. The flashes of light illuminate this cold, grey-blue, scaly exterior with red fin that protrudes wide and long out of the back of the neck. It goes down from the top of the head down all the way down the spine. And this creature is rising maybe 20 feet out of the water. As this light illuminates in pieces the sharpened teeth, the narrow yellowed eyes that are slitted and looking down at you. And as it breathes, cold mist emanates from the mouth of this sea serpent. You hear it say, "Hello." And we're going to end the episode there. So, thanks for playing, you guys. We'll pick up here with this encounter next time. When you decide what you're going to do to get around this. So, that's pretty cool, huh? Just wanted to leave you guys on a cliffhanger for the next week. Yeah.
Nice.
Are you good, Noah? you having a good time? Cool. So, thanks everyone for playing. Thanks for watching as well, everyone who's watching. We'll resume this next time. Let's keep making stories together. I love to say that. And we'll see who survives next week. Bye.